Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, come on in.
Hi.
Welcome. We have Cristy Joy here with us today. Hello, Cristy.
Hi.
My name is Alicia McBride. And again, twice in a row, I remembered to introduce myself. Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm super excited to have you here today. I am going to read your bio. Cristy Joy's mission as a happiness life coach and creator of the Joyful Self Wellness Center is to provide a safe space to help other empaths clear out the fears and false stories that hold them back. She empowers others to rediscover their authentic self, shift perspectives, and find their joy. Yay! Learn more about her and the Joyful Self community at joyfulself.com. You will learn to honor yourself, clear out the old stories, and create lasting joy in your life. Well, that sounds like something I want to do.
We all deserve it, for sure.
So today we are here celebrating the Empath Effect, powerful stories of love, courage, and transformation. It has gone to #1 international bestseller status. Woo, woo, woo. And people are comparing this book to Chicken Soup for the Soul. I love it. I cannot get enough of that. So I'm super excited. Cristy's article in here is called Finding My Joyful Self. And today we are going to talk about finding my joyful self by how to avoid narcissists in relationships. So Cristy, what would you like to share with our audience today?
Boy, this is a great topic, something that we were discussing right before we went to air. So I think all of us as empaths come across this once in a while, and hopefully not that often, but it does unfortunately happen where a narcissist relationship comes in. And it doesn't have to be a relational, intimate partner. It could be, familial, at work, wherever. Narcissists are there. And as empaths, they are attracted to us. So, and we are attracted to them in some ways too. So I thought this is a great, yeah, like a flame. And I think it's a great topic to talk about today, and about establishing some healthy boundaries and learning more about yourself. If you learn more about yourself and your own self-care, then you probably won't invite narcissists into your life anymore. And that would be great.
So the idea is to be so grounded within yourself, to be so in touch with your own energy, and to be able to spot the narcissist coming, to be able to see it right away. So I know we've talked a little bit before earlier about like red flags on what is a red flag to see a narcissist right away, something that you would see, like if you're working with them in the office, or if they're a friend of yours, or if you're in a relationship with them. Give us some things that you would see kind of right away.
Well, they feel they're very charming. So they're going to pour on the charm right off the bat. You're going to feel like you're the most important person in their life. And they're going to slowly, as they build you up, they're going to slowly start to cut you down. And there's going to be some control element there as well. You may find yourself in a situation where they're very jealous. Say if you have some friendships that they just don't want you to be in. So they try to isolate you. And mostly it's the cutting down. It's a controlling of your feelings. And you don't even know. It's kind of slight. It comes in slight at first, and they couple it with a lot of affection towards you. And then you're kind of in it. Then you become a little codependent on the feelings that you're receiving. And then you start to question, maybe I didn't hear them correctly. Maybe they didn't mean what they said. You make a lot of excuses for their behavior. Okay. Yeah. So I'm hoping this is resonating with the audience. So
yes. So give us a comment if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist here. Let me refresh my screen so you can give us a like and a comment and let us know what you're going through. So one of the things that I have found I've been in a few relationships with narcissists now. And one of the things that I found is their emotions are locked down. They don't talk about feelings or emotions, and it's like hitting a brick wall.
Mhm.
You know, it's uncomfortable for me, and I'm like feeling that wall, and you're not quite sure where that's coming from or why it's there, but you feel it. So I think one of the biggest things that empaths can do to either prevent themselves from being in a relationship with narcissists or to spot them right away is to trust your gut,
Mhm.
to completely to trust your body, to trust your gut, to trust your intuition. Um, if you're able to like receive messages from your spirit guides or God, or whatever your higher power is, to listen.
Yeah.
To listen, because sometimes, well, frequently our body knows things before our mind like will accept it or will realize it. Um, so just trust your body.
And that's hard. That's good that you're suggesting to trust. However, when you're in the relationship, they are cutting down your trust. So you don't even trust yourself in those moments. So it's so important, if you're feeling like that, have a good support system, some healthy relationships outside of that relationship where you can just talk and be honest and get honest feedback from. I've many girlfriends that will call me out on some things because
What are
I'm
you
asking them to.
doing?
Yeah, it's so important. And women know, we just know, we do have this intuition, we have a gut feeling, and we don't trust it enough.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's a whole other conversation. Learning how to trust your intuition.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about your article. Let's talk a little bit about your journey without giving too much away.
Well, thank you. Well, last year, Alicia put out some feelers to see if anyone would be interested in joining in her collaborative book. And it just resonated with me. And I thought, I've always wanted to. And I felt like this was a safe way to do that. If anyone was going to do it, Alicia was going to be guiding us. And I felt very trusting of her guidance.
Thanks.
Yeah. And
Space.
well, I love your I Feel Too Much book. And it's just like, I love what you're giving out there, what you're shining, your light out there. It's very authentic and pure and loving and welcoming. And I felt like that's a good space to be in. And it's so important as empaths that we place ourselves in situations and with people that resonate with us. And we don't know where it's going to go. And look at this. A year later, we're #1 international selling book, and we're in 2 weeks into it. And I'm just so excited and very joyful, as you'll see on the behind me. Joy it definitely has given me a boost of confidence in an area that I just was going out of my comfort zone. Being vulnerable and sharing my story, just like all of the 21 other authors did. And to read theirs, I'll share a little bit. I was reading it a few weeks ago, and mine's smack in the middle. It's chapter 11. And I was nervous about how it was going to be compared to the other stories, because I just knew there was so many beautiful stories in here. And I'm reading and reading, and I'm getting all the way through those stories. I'm crying the one right before my chapter with Jake. And I get to mine and I read it, and I'm just being very vulnerable here. I cried. I was like, yes, I belong in this book too. My journey is just as much, maybe different than the others, but it's important to remember that all of us are on this journey and they're so different. And the common theme is love and hope, and that we're not alone.
That's right. Like everybody has their own journey. Everybody is doing something different. They have their own path, but I keep saying we're all headed in the same direction.
Yeah.
So everybody's story is different. And a lot of the authors came to me before the book came out and said, like, is my article okay? Like, do I belong in this book? I don't know. And I was like, yes. Yes. Yes to all of you, because like originally when I thought of the concept for the book, I figured that there would be like groups of people talking about the same things. And when I laid out the book, I figured I would group the similar stories together. Well, that did not happen at all. There are no similar, there are no similar stories. So that is fantastic. Like, there is something for everybody in this book, and you can identify with one or many of the articles in the book from different, from, where you were in different places of your life.
Absolutely.
And I think that's amazing.
Amazing. And I've heard some people say that they've read it and they thought, oh my gosh, that's my son or my daughter or my grandchild or someone or me. Just that's me. That was my journey. And they're picking little things out that's like, I'm an empath. I didn't even realize it. I didn't know I was an empath until 6 years ago, when the word started floating around and I was getting more self-care and pouring more self-love into myself. That is when I finally learned that, oh my gosh, I've been an empath all my life and I did not even realize it. And because I was in narcissistic relationships, unhealthy boundaries, I did not realize, and I wasn't happy. And now I am so joyful. And that is why I wrote the book, Finding My Joyful Self. I can't tell you how much more at peace, content, happy, even though we're going through all of these hard times. I mean, we're going through a pandemic and I'm still finding joyful moments and I'm still helping clients find their joyful moments. You can. It doesn't mean that I'm joyful every single day, 24 hours a day. It just means I have a new perspective on life and I can find the happiness in life. It just makes life so much better to live this way.
Because it's a choice.
It is a choice.
I tell that to my kids all the time. Like, choose your behavior. You choose your reaction. Thing over here that is setting you off, you have no control over, but you have complete control over your body and your emotions and the things that come out of your mouth. You have complete control over yourself, but you have no control over the thing that's over here. So I'm just going to choose to be happy.
Right. Why not?
Why not?
You can choose to be grumpy and angry all the time, but why? Why would you want to live in that frame of mind? Those emotions are good. They motivate you. They get you through certain lessons that you have, but there's a time and place for them. But you want to feel alive, feel joyful, be present in your life. And that just feels so much better. It's a better place to be in. And
I don't want to discount the negative feelings or the feelings that we feel are uncomfortable. Because you still need to sit with those and you still need to experience them and you still need to process through them. I'm not condoning 100% happiness behavior where you like sprinkle the glitter on it and call it good. We're not talking about that. We're condoning the sit with the negativity and sit with that behavior. Sit with those emotions. And then when you've moved through that, choose joy, choose happiness. Exactly. You can still find the joy once you walk through it. And those negative emotions are going to keep showing up in your life. They're triggers and there's a reason. They're all lessons for us. And we need to, they get louder and louder, the lessons, if we don't walk through them like we should. And now when I know I have a period of time where there's some growth and there's some pain, I'm not looking at it as I'm the victim here. Oh, poor me. I'm having why does this happen to me? Now I'm taking it as like, okay, this is a hard emotion. This is what I have to work through. And I know on the other side that I'm going to get through it. And that's surrounding yourself again with a healthy relationships around you and a healthy mindset and pouring love into you. That's so important. Even when you're having those anger feelings, say to yourself, I'm honoring these emotions. I'm honoring this anger. I'm going to let myself sit in it. And then I'm going to pull my big girl panties up and I'm going to help shift myself from that. That's right. That's how you do it. Mm-hmm. And it's so much easier to say that than to actually do it.
Absolutely. And I did create a 5-week course, and it is something that helps others go through just those things. It's what I've done. It's called the 5 Steps to Your Joyful Self. And it's honoring yourself first by taking time for self-care and self-love. The basic foundation for yourself is in that first course. The second one is healing your wounds. So you have to walk through all of the false stories and triggers and the pain and the trauma that we've gone through our lives, because we're not getting out of here without some form of it, because it's where the growth happens. It's exciting, but it's painful to go through it because there's some change that's going to happen. The third week is clearing your mind, which is going quiet, and so that you're able to listen to those voices you were just saying about, hearing those messages that we need to hear. Week 4 is getting out of your comfort zone. There's nothing like trying something new to like push yourself a little bit, to push your limits and to find something that you're going to be happy and maybe laugh about. And then to be silly is the 5th one. We just need more silly in our life. We need to allow ourselves to just have fun, dance in the grocery store, sing in the car. I know, I do it too. Whatever we can do to be silly. When we allow ourselves to be silly, we allow those around us to be silly. They look to us, especially our children, and they're like, oh, mom can be goofy. Okay, then that allows me to be goofy too. And that's healthy for us. Laughter is so important to finding some happiness in your life.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
That sums that up.
So we have some very exciting news.
Yes.
We have 2 upcoming events with you and Meg Lewis. And I am grateful to tag along. I'm super excited. So Cristy, let's tell our audience here what we have coming up.
Okay, well, I want to backtrack and go. Meg Lewis is the 22nd author in the book. So she is chapter 22. She is I Couldn't Wind My Way Through It, a recovery story. And her story is beautiful. And Alicia, I have to tell you, I was so happy that you put that story at the very end. It just wrapped up the whole book so nicely. And I had to message Meg. I mean, we're really good friends. And I'm just like, that was just a beautiful ending.
I thought so too.
So hopeful. And it was causing action to happen once you're done with the book, which is amazing. So Meg and I have been friends for a long time here, connecting through the Joyful Self Center. And we have put together a couple of events that we're really excited about. We are going to next Saturday, February 26th from 1 to 4. Please stop by anytime in between. We are going to be at the Black Sheep Bookshop. It's in Bath, PA. It's our official launch party. It's for friends and family and anyone who wants to come by. It's a beautiful bookshop. So come peruse the bookshelves and come talk to us. We have Alicia with us, who's going to be talking about and handing out about the empath effect, take the empath quiz. And Meg and I will be talking about our stories, mine, finding your joyful self, and Meg, I Couldn't Wind Myself through it, and the recovery story. The next event is really big and we're super excited. And I have to premise this with, this is a dream come true for us, writing this book. So it's only great to be saying that it's going to be at the American Dream Mall. So I mean, how serendipitous is that? It is going to be at their mall, which is in East Rutherford. And we are inside my beautiful good friend RJ's Closet Boutique. RJ has been so gracious to host us, and we are going to be there from 1 to 4 as well. And come to check out our beautiful clothing line, and for the food and our books and just some time with us. We would really appreciate you coming out to those 2 events.
And I think the media is going to be at the American Dream Mall.
Yes, they are. Chamber of Commerce.
We won't spoil anything.
No.
It's going to be there for a fun surprise.
Yes, we are really excited about that. It's, talk about getting out of comfort zones, but this is something that is an exciting one to do. And we're thrilled, and we're just blessed and grateful to RJ for hosting us at this event. It's going to be beautiful.
That's super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So we will put the information for those book signings. I'll put it in the description, and you can put it in the comments as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Cristy, in wrapping up here,
Mm-hmm.
let's give our audience a little piece of advice, something to impart them with, a little piece of wisdom. What do you have? What goodies do you have for them?
I'm so glad you brought this up earlier, because I took some time, because this really is important to me, and I wanted to read it directly from the last paragraph of my chapter, and it goes like this. I ask you, what is your why not? Explore this question today and allow yourself to connect to all the joy you deserve. When you release the old and allow space for the new, then that is where all the magic shows up, and you will begin to find your joyful self.
Yay. Beautiful.
It's as simple as that, guys.
I love it. I loved your article.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to say thank you to those of you that are watching. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching the replay. We can't do this without you. So I am super grateful for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Cristy for being here today. I am Alicia McBride. She is Cristy Joy. Cristy Joy, where can our viewers find you?
They can find me on joyfulself.com is my website, and Joyful Self Wellness on Facebook and Instagram, Joyful Self WC.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we will wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have questions or comments, please comment down below. And one of us will, or both of us will respond to you. So thanks so much, guys. See you next time.
Have a joyful day.